Alright, I'm about to get into this game. I've wanted to play this for about, I want to say, um, when did I finish the anime? I don't actually know when I finished the anime. Um, but that was when I wanted to start playing the game. Anyway, we're about to get into this. I got into the anime after my brother talked to me about it and was like, "This is amazing anime." So I got into it at that point, and I was like, "Wow!" And then I watched it in about, I want to say, a week, and then I watched the second part of the anime 5 days later, I think. Demoned away. Welcome to the world of Higurashi when they cry. The Onikakushi arc will be the opening, inviting you into this world. Sit back, relax, and enjoy life in Hanamizawa to the fullest. The difficulty for this chapter is extremely high. I thought this was a visual novel. What do you mean? But I hope you will enjoy the reward. Ah, the story. All right. Oh, is that Sadako? What? Is that her laughing? Okay. Please do not deploy yourself, even if the world does not forgive you, I will forgive you. Please do not deploy yourself, even if you do not forgive the world, I will forgive you. Please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? Oh, wow, it gave me enough time to read it. That's nice. This is a work of fiction. I'm reading. Okay, yeah, the regular stuff. Is that the sound of a bat? No. Yep. If you watched. Oh my gosh. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. Oh. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. I wonder whose point of view this is, but I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly, sobbing voice. And those tears making a mess of my face, that mechanical, repetitious sound finally stilled and everything fell silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained, annoyingly loud. Yeah. And yet, felt as if I could still hear her voice. Yeah, that's the syndrome. But that's not possible. She is no longer speaking. I wonder why. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. I mean, then why this pain, my eyes getting moist, why is this happening? Still wanted to believe I hadn't split apart.
Hey, Kate.
Uh, yeah?
Coming in real quick.
Okay.
You need to fix your audio. It's way too quiet.
Oh.
Like, I've been texting you in Discord. I know you can't, like, alt them. Your audio is, like, unlistenable.
So you can't hear me?
No one can. Like, the one person that was in here probably couldn't hear you. It's because, like, your volume was, like, super
Okay, so
quiet.
how do I fix that then?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna go on and have you in stream. You mess with things. If you fix it, I'll let you know.
Alright.
Check your Discord.
But
Have your Discord up somewhere. Because
okay.
if you don't pay attention to me, I'm gonna come back in here.
Alright, jeez.
Thank you.
Alright, I guess I couldn't be heard. I hope I can be heard now. If not, I'll have to fix this. This isn't, oop. I'm very intrigued to get into this game, but I would like it so people could hear me. So this will be stalled for a second. Geez, how do I fix it? How do I, oh geez, how do I fix it? I have no clue how to fix this, oh my gosh. I don't, okay, so I'm in OBS, maybe it's the filter I have on, but, so can you not hear me at all, or is it just quiet? Oof, I guess very quiet. Okay, then, okay, so does it get better if I do this, or does it get worse? Because that's the only setting I can really mess with right now. I'm gonna assume that you can't hear me since you're not responding. Okay. Then how about if I go this way? Can you hear me now? Is it getting louder at all? I can't exactly tell myself. Dang, I didn't Jeez, I guess that's the trial and error part of this though. Because I'm extremely new. I can uh can you hear me at all? Oh no. This is not a good look. I don't exactly know if you can hear me. Jeez. And I can't exactly. Okay, so. Jeez, I don't know if anyone can hear me. I know it's just something we gotta fix, but it's. I would like to play the game. I've been waiting to play the game since the new year, basically. Because I wanted to stream it and experience it with other people and talk about the game because I'm very I want to say interested in conversation about the game. So I don't know if this is hearable level for me, and if I'm able to be heard very well at this point, but I guess I'll just continue with the game and jeez, I wonder if I could even be heard before. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough. And countless times I'd wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except I've stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Are you sure about that? Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. Oh, talking to yourself, man. Hey, me? I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So. Ooh. Isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind with her. Leaving what behind? Like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves, even though you can't feel your right arm. Oh, just lift it up, and with every swing, forget a little more. You're still hacking away? Oh, jeez. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. Yeah, that tends to... I liked petting your head. I loved how demure you were. Don't know if that's how you say that word. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last. Okay for you. That's, I'm not sure. Perhaps I really did love you. Oh. Love? Oh. Alright. Oh, whoa, what was that? Oh, no, I didn't want to skip it. What? Oh, is there a way to go back? Oh, I don't know if there is. That sucks. All I wanted to do was lower the volume. No, I mean, I'll play the game again. And probably won't finish this in one go, so I'll see it again. How do I get out of this system menu? Oh, run. Save and load. Can I just save? Save. Yes. Nice. And then I've closed it. Awesome. Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. Felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. I don't know how to restart! I don't know how to restart! I guess I could just restart the whole thing. But I also... So I guess I could take off my headphones for a second and just do that, because I do like this volume when it's not blasting music. Is that... Okay, so... Exit to menu would probably be how to restart. Exit scenario... Yes. I also want to see the opening song, because I've never seen the game's opening song. And I like... Well, like is an understatement. I love the opening songs for the anime. If I press continue, will it show me the thing again? I don't know. I guess I should just start again. To make sure that we get to see that. But I will try to skip through the words so that we just get to the game. because I would like to play the game. um, Please do not deplore yourself. Even if the world does not forgive you, I will forgive you. Please do not deplore yourself. Even if you do not forgive the world, I will forgive you. So please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? Alright. I can't. I remember this sound from the anime. Oh my gosh. And when I first heard that sound, I was like, what is that? And then I was like, oh, holy shit. Oh my gosh. And let's just speed past this. We've seen it. Oh, this is sad stuff. I don't know what to do. I wish it could go by faster so that we could just get to the song, because I would like to hear that. Not that the text isn't important, but I've already read it, so. Jeez. And the blood splatter. No. This game is already going off to a promising start, and okay. I'm trying to prepare for the music because it's really loud on my part. Alright. I think this is the point where I have to move my headphones a little bit. Just a little bit. So that I don't. And now we're getting into the bulk of the game. Somebody's been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. Felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It's been a while since I last went to the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Right? Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. those skyscrapers and the multi-lane roads. Ugh, multi-lane roads are difficult. The melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station fountain. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. I mean, it's I guess. There's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks. And the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness has begun to instill a sense of serenity. Sweet. There is nothing where I'm living now. Oh jeez. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints. There aren't even vending machines. I mean, do you need vending machines? No music stores, that's... no restaurants, and no arcades. That last one's a bit rough. I like arcades. An ice cream parlor? Not a chance! Oof. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. Jeez, that's rough. But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors where I used to live, but it wasn't like I ever hung out near them. Yeah. I had lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. That's rough. That's a little sad. Ice cream's so nice. Should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. It's not like you couldn't have ice cream though. It was just a parlor that you didn't go to. Somebody is still apologizing. Oof. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much, so just forgive her already. I'm not sure that's how that works. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. Started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. I mean... there's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. Okay, so there... Can't agree on that one. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing even now. Is this all just in his head, or is someone actually apologizing? Then has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No, well, forgive, yeah, I guess. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Oh, I did not just get reminded of that. Oh. Hey you, the one she's apologizing to. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice.
Keiichi,
Oh.
そろそろ着くぞ。
Well,
起きなさい。
oh, he was sleeping. I wonder if we're gonna see this person who's apologizing, or if it was just in his head. We'd spent hours writing everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window and the city I was in half a day ago. We're in the same country. I was about to be like, that's a pretty big county, but it's country. No, that they were even from the same era. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it's not as in, yeah. From there, we'd take a car deeper into the mountains. Oh, that must be rough, especially if you don't have a car. That's a lot of... well, I'm assuming that's a lot of mileage on a car to get to one place to another. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. Getting to our tiny little village. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's not much here. So tiny. Oh my gosh. Where was the school? Huh. That's where I live now. So Hinamizawa. Pretty sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, which sucks. Higurashi when they cry. So. Oh, birds. It's changed. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. That's rough. No. Although in exchange you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. That's nice. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. I have a problem with windows. When I open mine, there's spiders outside all the time, and that's just a big no. Flipping up, yeah. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I know that one because of how many different like, from the drastic change of where I lived last. It is so dry over there. Where I moved, the air is like really moist, and it's so nice. We finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. Like, when I go back to visit family, it's so rough. I literally have to chug water to keep my throat, like, from being dry. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably up working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about it. That's cute. It was just because it looked easy. I'd never tell him that, though. Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. I like my eggs scrambled. I don't know how. Oh. Raw egg. I guess, yeah. My mom, she got quails and she eats their raw eggs, and I could never, but, you know, it's just not my cup of tea. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. What? I don't know how that's scary. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Okay. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. Nice. I wish I could have that much organization. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today.
こっちに引っ越してきてから圭一が早起きになって嬉しいわね。
Nice. Waking up early is so hard, even in the countryside.
早起きしないと朝飯を食いそびれるんだよ。
That's fair. I would get up early for a breakfast like that too.
ご飯はいっぱい？それとも半分くらいでいい？
山盛り。
First I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Ooh. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. Watching me clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm smile.
こっちに引っ越してきてから圭一が朝食を欠かさないんで嬉しいわね。
People do say breakfast is important. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. That's understandable. Slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning, that was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. Well, I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. That's mean. That's rude. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Yeah. Understandable. Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin.
そろそろレナちゃんと待ち合わせの時間じゃない？
Oh, we're gonna meet Rena. We're gonna meet Rena-chan.
急いで急いで。
Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Oh. Rena is one of my classmates. She really loves cooking, looking after other people, coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. Excuse me? But while keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously though, how long does Rena wait there for me every morning? That is... Huh. I wonder if we'll get that information later. Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door.
レナちゃんにお漬物ありがとうって伝えてね。
Oh, that's sweet. She gives them pickles. If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more.
はいよ。
Morning. Did we get the morning before he left to go see Rena-chan? Her cheerful, jeez, greeting was as fresh as the morning itself.
相変わらず早えな。たまにはのんびり朝寝坊したっていいんだぜ。
お寝坊したらケイチ君を待たせちゃうじゃない。
Getting into it. She's so conscientious and such a good person.
そん時は置いてく。
If whatever happens, I'll just leave you behind. That's me. That's not nice. Not nice.
ケイチ君冷たい。
Rena's so cute.
いつも待っててあげてるのに。
サクサク置いてく。キリキリ置いてく。
Oh?
どうして冷たいんだろう。
Her little repetition is very cute. Rena had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed.
嘘。ちゃんと待ってるよ。
I think teasing her would be very fun. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red.
ありがとう。
Very cute.
レナが来るまでずーっと待ってる。いつまでも。
Well.
ずっと。
Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. Yeah, understandable. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. I've been on the other end. I've been on Rena's side of this, and it's gotta say it's I guess it's not that bad to be teased. It's just
レナはロマンスものの文庫本は読んだことあるか？
ないよ。読んだことない。
From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. I've never bought a romance novel, but I read plenty of romance manga. I've watched plenty of romance anime. oops. I didn't read that out loud. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Jeez.
そうそう、お袋から伝言。漬物サンキューでしたって。
どういたしまして。どうだった？しょっぱくなかったかな？
They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. You know what?
その前に聞きたい。あの漬物を漬けたのはレナか？
Oh, come on.
レナのお母さんか？
なんで聞くんだろう。
Don't tease her about that.
しょっぱかった？
Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Oh.
レナか？
Was it you?
レナのお
or
母
was
さ
it
ん
your
か？
mom?
なんで作った人聞くんだろう。太郎。
どっちが作ったかで感想が著しく変わる。
She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she'd used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Okay, you lying to yourself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response.
レナだけど。
うまかった。前回に続きなかなかだったぜ。飯との相性は最高だった。
Face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. Truly a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage by some low life. Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. I decided for myself.
行こうぜ。ミオンを待たせるとあいつうるさいぞ。
Oh my gosh, we're gonna meet Mion. Seeing as she just keeps spacing out, otherwise I called Rena back to reality so we could make our way to school. Wait, they weren't walking while they were talking? Oh jeez. Aren't they gonna be late at this point? The strange, easily flustered girl is Rena Ryugo. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. It's pretty similar to the anime, so it's pretty nice. Coming up next to the rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Oh, we can see it right here. Oh, finally.
遅いよ、二人とも。
いつも遅いのはお前の方だろう。
In sharp contrast to the diligent Rena, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class.
おはよう、レナ。そしてケイちゃん、お久しぶり。何年ぶりだっけ？
Jeez.
2日しか休んでねえよ。
That's cute laugh.
そうだっけか？前に会った時はこんなにちっちゃくて可愛かったのにな。
Oh my gosh! Mion's gaze started at my chest, then dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. Wow. She was saying it was. Oh my gosh. So she was saying it was my crotch that was cuter back then. Before you asked, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. I'm growing quite splendidly. Oh my god. You'd be surprised. He's got a little mustache now. Oh my gosh. What the hell? No. What is this? What the heck? I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it fouling up the morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes. God, time for the big reveal. No. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for my fly run, I began to ramble in a near panic. Yeah, same.
ねえ何の話？
She's so innocent. But no.
何の話だろう？何の話だろう？
Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. Pretty hard to be oblivious to what you were talking about.
どうだった？久しぶりの都会はさ。
Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting the pleasant morning.
葬式で行っただけだぜ。慌ただしいだけだったよ。
でさ、探しといてくれた？頼んどいたやつ。
What was it she asked for? Can't remember.
お前、人の話聞いてないだろ。俺は葬式で帰っただけだぜ。おもちゃ屋巡りをしてる余裕なんかなかったんだよ。
ちおもちゃ屋とホビーショップは全然違うよ。
Oh, she asked him to go to a hobby shop?
特に洋物、こっちじゃなかなか手に入らないからね。
Oh, Western stuff.
みーちゃんまたゲームの話？
Mion nodded proudly as Rena giggled.
そう、ケイちゃんに洋芸のカタログを持ってきてもらいたかったんだけどね。
Huh, interesting. Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. I mean, I guess.
そんなのまた通販で取り寄せりゃいいじゃねえか。
ま、そうするかな。またプレイングの熱いゲームを入荷するからね。
What does that mean? What does hot action mean?
今度は私にも分かりやすいゲームがいいな。
I agree, Rena. I also like games that are easy to understand since I'm bad at most games. Mion is a board and game card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. That's sweet.
俺にも分かりそうなゲームがあったらやらせてくれよ。
いいよ。ケイちゃんさえ良ければね。でもうちらのレベルは高いよ。
She's not lying, they are pretty rough.
上等じゃねえか。
Competition.
俺だって遊び100番遅れを取るつもりはないぜ。
For saying that, you're pretty bad at games. From the anime perspective, anyway.
じゃあ今度はケイチくんも仲間に加わるのかな。
Wait, he hasn't been allowed in the group? Oh, jeez. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further.
男の子ってきっと外で遊ぶ方が好きだと思ってたからダメかと思ってたよ。
Ah, okay. Rena laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. Yeah, that is pretty friendly for a month. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in so they won't feel like they have to try and make me feel welcome. I think he gets in pretty easily, right? Like, I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be alright. About right for this place. They have is that a tractor? Wait, what was that? Why is that at a school? What? Oh, alright. Hinamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. I mean, from what I remember, the school wasn't even there a while ago. Which is really bad. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building and they had actual separate classes. Really? I thought they barely had it, like, a go-ahead for this school. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class, and now it's stayed that way out of tradition. What? I wonder how long ago that was, because if it's tradition, it should be quite a while. I was shocked at first, but humans adapted pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Yeah, I used to go to a K through 12, and it was pretty lively. You could hear the kids almost at all times. It was hard to concentrate on my classes. Leon, who had been walking in front of us and up until then, suddenly let me take the lead. What? Oh. Pranks will ensue. Right in front of the classroom door. So I was about to slide the door open and enter the room first. Too bad I wasn't gonna fall for that again.
ここで先頭を譲るとはな。お手並み拝見ってことかよ。
Neon chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face.
どうしたの二人とも。
下がってろレナ、危ないぞ。やつだ。
She's here. We're about to meet, actually, there's other characters, so I don't know if we're about to meet more than who I know.
じゃあ、さとこちゃんが
Love how she knows Sadako-chan. Her name was Sadako Hojo? She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. I mean,
見え見えの罠だな。引き戸の上に挟んだ黒板消し。見え見えだぜ、サトコ。
A haughty laugh came from beyond the door.
お見事、ケイちゃん。こりゃ今回は勝負あったかな。
Is that really the case? Or is there tape?
いや、相手はサトコだ。
Yep, I think there's tape with tacks. That's so dangerous though. Like, what if someone else opened the door before him and they just got stabbed in the fingers?
これだけとは思えない。
After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Sadako liked to combine a variety of traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one, traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. What is a Rube Goldberg machine? The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expected it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax.
見たところ黒板消しは普通。
By the erasers.
石とかは入れてないみたいだな。
Why would that matter? It's not as if you're gonna open the door and get hit by it. You're just gonna let it flop to the floor. I took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser I loaded with rocks on my what? from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. That's rough.
じゃあさ、ガラガラって開けて落としちゃえばいいんじゃないかな。
それだ。
That's what Sotoko was after, making me focus my attention upwards so as I lifted my hand to the door. There were some thumbstacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape, a frightening trap, a potent and terrifying trap, concealed by the use of a blackboard eraser.
見事なコンボだ、サトコ。
It's pretty dangerous.
だが所詮はガキの浅知恵だったな。
Assured by my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. I felt something strange at my ankle. Of course. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time— what? That sound! By the time I realized she had me hook, line, and sinker, it was already too late. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner.
ケイちゃん、避けて。
Oh, bit late there, Mion. Instinctively reaching to Mion's shrill, reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body. Is my mic still bad? Midair before I landed on the floor. Oh, I'm sorry. So, oh jeez, how do I fix my mic? I don't actually know how to fix my mic. I only have one thing that I can touch up on, but I've tried touching up on it. It's OBS, but I don't know if it's been getting better or not. I can't truly okay, so I have someone who's been trying to talk to me about it, but they did stop trying, so I thought that you guys could hear me pretty well. Maybe it's something on my systems instead of OBS. Or maybe I just have to move my mic closer. It could be that one. And I've watched the anime, so it's not my entire first time playing the game. Oh well, it is my first time playing the game, but I've watched the anime, so it's not my first introduction to Higurashi. I don't know if this is making me any louder or not. I hope it's making me louder. I would like to be heard while playing this game since I want to share the experience. Sorry I wasn't responding. I was pretty enthralled in the game. Oh jeez. I don't know if it's helping that I'm doing this, but I hope it is. Is it not? Oh geez, it looks like my thing is getting smaller. I don't know. Jeez, sorry. I don't actually have all that much information about OBS, and I talk really low, so I've always had mic problems. Jeez. It's rough. So I guess I should just move my mic closer for now, because I don't actually know how to fix this. I'll probably try to fix it later unless I have to stop streaming to fix it now. Which would suck since I just want to play the game. Oh jeez. How, have you read the whole Higurashi thing? Or, well, have you experienced all of Higurashi? Oof. I hope you can hear me alright. I don't mean to, not be heard. Instinctively reacting beyond strill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Oh. Yeah, I've fallen before, like, just out of nowhere. It really hurt. An inkstone. What's an inkstone? Filled to the brim was placed right where I would have landed. Oh, just a thing full of ink. Okay. I shuddered imagining the situation had I landed square on it. Oh, the music changed. She just ara. What do we have?
おはようございます、ケイチさん。朝から賑やかですわね。
I cannot believe she's calling him the lively one. Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice.
一段とスペシャルなトラップワークになったじゃないか、サトコ。
Oh jeez. Hope you can be heard. Ugh.
私何のことかわかりませんもの。朝からついてませんわね。
てめえ。あ、いててててて。
Ouch. It seems I'd inadvertently sprained my back a little when I'd landed. It's, better than landing on that inkstone. Small hand gently rubbed my head.
ケイチの
Pat the head.
痛いの痛いの飛んでいけです。
The small dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head.
腰とかはくじかなかったですか？
The kid
こ
was
うし
so
て
cute.
撫でていれば痛いの痛いのは消えてきますです。
It's also kind of unsettling to know that she's completely, thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. Not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. True.
ありがとな。リカちゃんのおかげで痛みが引いてきたぜ。
Also, thanks for checking out my stream.
リカちゃん、おはよう。レナにおはようございます。みんなにもおはようございますです。
Lord. Good morning to you, Rena. A good morning to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. That is adorable. It was infectious. Rena, Mion, and I all bowed back.
リカちゃんはいい子だよな。それに比べてサトコ。
I glared over in her direction. Sadako was whistling rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact.
サトコはいい子でございますのことよ。
Oh, jeez. I'm the very model of a good girl. I'm gonna have to fix my mic.
いい子はこんな凶悪な罠は仕掛けないぞ。
I've gotta agree with Keiichi. A little bit.
言いがかりでございますわ。
Nothing but license. Really?
何の証拠があって？うわ
I picked up Sadako by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. That's true. Well, sometimes. Cats do try to... Well, my cats, they try... Well, I don't think they try to trip me, but they go right in front of my feet when I'm walking. It's much harder to deal with.
ごめんなさいって言ってみな。言わないなら。
Oh, I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Sadako's forehead.
暴力反対ですの。証拠もないのに。
I just simply don't think that I'm against violence is true, Sadako.
言っとくが俺のデコピンはすごく痛い。ベニヤくらいなら割る。
やめて、寄らないでけだもの。
You beast.
人様が聞いたら誤解するような言い方をするんじゃねえ。
You're in front of a class full of people. I don't think it's gonna be that misunderstood. A small hand tugged on the back of my shirt.
圭一が2日間もお休みしたから寂しかったのです。
Oof. Rika-chan really is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? Oh... I gently released my grip on Sadako, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forward flick.
悔しくなんかないもん。
What a syndrome.
泣いちゃダメです、さとこ。ファイト、おーです。
Rika gently patted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess that those two are the same age. I think Sadako could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan.
今度はもっとすごい罠を仕掛けなさいですよ。
And there she goes, encouraging the trap setting. Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Rena's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. Oh, because of how cute they are.
さとこちゃん泣いている。
Oh. Oh, because she's crying. Oh, okay.
いいよ。
Huh.
持ち帰っちゃダメだからね。
You can't take them home. Oh, jeez. Alright.
だってこんなに可愛いよ。
They're so cute.
どんなに可愛くてもダメなの。
でもちょっとくらいならダメかな。
No, Rena, kidnapping is bad. Rena kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Rena is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Object or person.
物もまずいが誘拐は
Stealing is
もっと
bad,
ま
but
ずいぞ。
abducting people is even worse. Yep, as I said, kidnapping is bad.
諦めろ。
じゃあ見てるだけだよ。それならいいよね。
Rena swooned over Sadako's crying form. Mm. If a girl ever goes missing in Amizawa, I'll be forced to turn Rena into the authorities. Well, that's... Forgive me, Rena. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. Well.
先生来たよ。
The teacher's coming.
早く片付ける。さとこ、すずりあんたのでしょ。
The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. Ah, he didn't remove him like he did in the anime. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Yep. Even though Sadako was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. Oh, that's annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I hated picking up after other people's messes. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up.
間に合ったね。起立。気をつけ。
Mion gave out the morning commands. You know, I never realized that they did that until recently, because every romance anime that I watched never really included that scene. It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one. But naturally, she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Rena and Mion, being in the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teach the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. That's rough. They're actually way behind where my studies have progressed to. Wait, oh. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Rena and Mion with their studies.
ケイチ君はお勉強教えるのうまいね。わかりやすいよ。
That's a nice compliment.
教える端から自信がなくなるよ。自分の理解の浅さがわかるな。
I mean, teaching is a good way to, not relearn, but like learn the subject in a different way, so.
人に教えるには3倍理解してなければならないって言うしね。
Yep.
ケイちゃんもうちらに教えながら同時に復習もできてるわけなんだよ。
Yep. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. For one, isn't she supposed to be a higher grade than me?
ミヨンさ、一言じゃないぞ。真剣にやんないとまずいぜ。こんなレベルじゃ。
Ooh.
別に進学校を目指すわけでもないし、受験に必要なそこそこができてりゃ十分。
Oh, her staunch defiance was really something else. This was a different type of relax than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exams. Exams are hard, dude.
みーちゃん、ケイチ君が頑張って教えてくれるんだからさ。私たちも頑張ろうよ。
レナは素直ないい子だな。先生がきっといい学校に進学させてやるからな。
Trying hard for his schoolmates.
ありがとう。
レナには特に教えてやるからな。二人きりでプライベートレッスンだぞ。
Tisk tisk tisk.
プライベートレッスン。
No. Puff of smoke shaped like a halo popped out of Rena's head. Exactly what kind of private lessons is she fantasizing about that's making her turn so red? I'd like to hear the play-by-play of that next time. While Mion was flipping through her vocabulary flashcards, she threw out a casual question.
都会じゃさ、こんなに勉強しなきゃいけないわけ？
Oof, study more.
この程度はできないと進学できないね。
Rough.
進学できないから勉強するわけ？
まあ平たく言えばそうなるな。将来役に立たないのは承知で。
Yep. I thought the same way in high
こ
school.
っちじゃあさ、出席日数が足りてりゃみんな進学できるんだよ。
そうなのか？
Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe so easily overturned sent me into a state of shock.
そうかもね。
Whoa. My mic just fell. Jeez. I'm just trying to respond in chat. I don't want to just leave it there because apparently nobody can hear me. I'll have to fix it.
"試験で振り落とさなきゃならないほど人もいないし。
I guess that's true.
誰でも進学できるならさ、そんなにガリガリとやることもないんじゃない？
まあそうだけど、でも一般常識程度にはできた方が。
That's true. You should know common knowledge. Well, I say that, but everything that I've learned that's common knowledge from high school is basically out the window.
おじさんはそんな無駄な勉強に時間をかけるよりさ、この思春期の貴重な時間をもっと有意義に過ごすために使うべきじゃないかなと考えるわけよ。
It was too profound of a statement to simply laugh off. But since it was Mion, it probably didn't actually have that deep of a meaning. Whoa. Just brushing her off like that. That's not nice. In place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving a handbell drifted through the classroom.
けいちゃん、おしまいおしまい。
Oh, the end of the class.
楽しいランチタイム。
Oh, no, not the end, just lunchtime. In a complete 180 from her unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands that signaled the end of the morning period.
ケイチくん、お昼にしよう。
Keiichi-kun, let's have lunch. I might have been making a very troubled face. Rena smiled brightly at
よっ
me.
しゃ、飯にするか。
There seemed to be different cliques even within the class. Yeah. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Our ages were different and we had both boys and girls. Oh, unless it's different from the anime, there's only one boy. But we weren't reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Rena and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Sadako and Rika-chan were slowly lugging their desk over as well.
ケイチくん、早く早く。
From what it seems, there is no added boy in this group, so liar. Rena waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Isn't that like bad? Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunchboxes.
ケイチさんのお弁当はミミチク日の丸弁当に決まってますわ。
Whoa, if his mom makes that, that's not nice.
恥ずかしがらずにお見せなさいな。ほら、ほ
Oh,
ら。
she's probably just gonna steal his food after egging him on.
お待たせ。
では、ミー委員長の号令でいただきますです。
She calls her me, that's so cute. At first this was kind of embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty quickly. At this point, I probably wouldn't even open my own lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we were all friends. Sweet.
Itadakimasu!
Oh, that's cute. Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Boy? Of course, there were other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. That sucks. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys just see older boys as scary. Really? Compare that to girls, well, at least these girls aren't picky. Put all the side dishes in the middle where everybody was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with a guy, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mion noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As the fruit of my efforts, I can now reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch.
あらあら、ケイチさんのお弁当は今日は大奮発ではございませんこと？
あらあら、さとこさんのお弁当こそ大奮発ですこと。煮物がしっくていい感じですわ。
Buying into the fight that Sadako was starting, our chopsticks locked in a cross-counter, stabbing into each other's lunch. You know, I heard a story about a guy. Well, not a guy. A story about well, yeah, a guy who went on this date with somebody, and he grew up with brothers and just like fought every time there was a meal, and he stabbed her with a fork because she wanted to try something off his plate. It was pretty funny to hear.
あら、ビミ
お、里芋がいい感じだぞ。煮物は冷めててもうまいよな。
After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan's expression broke into a little smile.
夕べの夕食の煮物少し取っておきましたですよ。
Ah, means they made it themselves. Cute. By the way, Sadako and Rika-chan's lunches are always the same. It seems that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day.
この煮物もリカちゃんが作ったのかい？こいつはお袋の味クラスだよな。
I was honestly impressed. The carrot rosettes weren't from a mold, they were done by hand with a knife. That's impressive. That's not easy to do.
リカちゃんって何気にそういうの得意なんだよな。
お裁縫とかお洗濯とかも上手なの。すごいよね。
I mean, she's had a lot of time to practice.
すっごいよね。リカはいろいろとすんごいんですのよ。
That's true.
お前が威張ることじゃねえ。
僕よりレナの方がお料理は上手です。そのね。
Why is there a star after it? It seemed that the topic of conversation would switch to Rena when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. Rena's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone else pulled from Rena's lunchbox consistently.
これ前に評判良かったからいっぱい作ってみたの。美味しいかな？
She's so cute.
かなり合格点。あ、ミオ、お前取りすぎだよ。
Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reached out trying to secure my own portion. Sadako and Rika-chan reached over at the same time with us, and a struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled in mouthful after mouthful while praising it, and Rena's lunchbox was soon empty. It was kind of bad that no one thought to leave any for Rena. But Rena seemed rather satisfied as she looked on. Yeah, she seems like the type to want to feed others and then eat herself afterwards.
いかがかしら。レナさんもとてもお料理が上手ですことよ。ケイチさんとは大違いですの。
She doesn't even know how to
だ
cook.
からお前が威張ることじゃねえだろ。
Should be able to gain the input through mic there. So to just click on the settings and then gain. Do you mean like go up or?
「さとこだってケイちゃんと変わらないじゃんよ。あんたブロッコリーとカリフラワーの区別つくようになったわけ？
What the heck? She's colorblind.
おいおい、ブロッコリーとカリフラワーの違いなら俺だってわかるぜ。
Like, has she told them, or like, are they just being mean?
わかりますもの。わかるもん。
It's really hard for her to lie.
ケイチくん、どっちでも茹でてマヨネーズかけると美味しいじゃない？
Personally, I don't like mayo.
いじめちゃかわいそうだよ。みーちゃんも。
Runa hurriedly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed haughtily as she drew closer to Sadako.
まあまあ家庭科の授業ってことで。じゃあさとこ、これは？
Mion lifted up her chopsticks. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon.
でもそれアスパラ。
Mion made eye contact with me, and within 3 seconds I had Rika-chan's mouth covered. Holding a piece of bacon-wrapped asparagus and giving her 2 choices is just pretty terrible. I mean, you're playing along, so I think you're on the same level.
その黄色がカリフラワー、緑がカリフラ。
さあどっちだ？
You know, it's not nice to make fun of disability.
多分黄色がブロッコリーで青がカリフラワー。でも緑は
本当にどっちか分かってる？降参した方が良くない？
Wait, class was what? Oh, I'd expect no less from the class representative, the oldest. The way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal.
わかりますもの。わかるもん。
じゃあ答えなよ。
わかるもん。わかるもん。
She finally broke down and started crying. When she acts like this, she actually starts to seem her age. Well, yeah, I guess so, yeah. You could not kidnap them! Rena entered a state of euphoria as Sadako bawled her eyes out. That is... Alright, alright. I don't shame here. I don't shame. Rena was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheek against Sadako's head and smothered her. Really a very content face. One that wouldn't care if the world ended right there, then it was that kind of smile. Pretty wild.
ミオンさんがいじめるんですの。かいかい。大丈夫だよ。レナお姉ちゃんが悪い人たちはやっつけちゃうからね。
Whoa. Oh. She gave him a smack down. Oh, whoa. No, a punch down. What? It was like a flash of lightning.
今一体何が
She hit him so fast he didn't know what happened. Both of Rena's fists shot out at supersonic speed, striking Mion and me squarely in our faces. Just as shown on anime. In the anime. Before we knew it, Mion and I were sprawled spread eagle on the floor, staring up at the ceiling with matching welts on our faces. Ouch.
ケイちゃんは食らうの初めてだよね。今日のはまだ甘い方。
Oh, they get worse? Oof.
甘いってこれよりまだ
I mean,
上があ
I
るっ
guess,
て
yeah,
の
that
か
makes
よ
sense considering she built the fucking... What is... I don't remember what the name is called. But like, I'm gonna name it just like as a hatchet right here, but... Oh, yeah, she wields that around like it's nothing, so... Makes sense that she would have a strong punch! With that, Mion and I both slumped our heads back to the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be careful when I'm within striking distance of Rena.
ほらさとこちゃん、やっつけちゃったよ。かい。お持ち帰りしたい。
No. Oh! She used her! Making sure Rena couldn't see it, Sadako stuck her tongue out at us. Fits her persona pretty well. Damn it all, using Rena like a puppet! Yeah, Rika-chan massaged our bruises without saying a word. Wouldn't that just make it hurt more? Pressing into it? No matter what the day had held, the last school bell always came too soon. Our shadows stretched off into the distance.
ねえケイチくん、明日はさ、何か予定とかあるかな？かな？
え？
It was such a direct question from Rena that I irrevertedly blushed. If it was for a date, then wouldn't you do it more subtly? What's so wrong with being direct? What? Rena saw me lost for words and realized that I'd misunderstood and turned red as well. Although for her, yeah, it would seem
違う
out of
の
place.
そういうのじゃなくてその
So apparently that wasn't what she meant. But since it's always fun when Rena's in a panic, I went along with it a little.
なんだ、そういうのじゃないのかよ。
Playing it up, I slumped my shoulders, feigning dejection.
ケイチくんなんでがっかりしてるんだろう太郎みーちゃん
It's me. She is there. Dang. Unable to hold it any longer, Mion slapped me on the back.
そっか、そういう攻め方はおじさん知らなかったわ。
Really? Seems pretty good at pushing her buttons. It's weird that she hasn't seen it before. Well, I mean, I guess it only has been a month.
なになんなの
Whoa, what? Mion was rolling on the floor, clutching her stomach while Rena flailed around, completely bewildered. So, the definition of... okay. I couldn't help but start laughing as well, feeling just a bit guilty. I ruffled Rena's hair.
嘘、ごめん、冗談。悪かったよ。
She really is a cute one. Quite.
冗談ってどこからだろうどこからだろう
あ、途中から。
途中か
Halfway.
らってことはケイちゃん、最初の真っ赤になったのはあれ演技じゃないんだ。
I mean, if you misunderstand, you misunderstand.
それって
It was only a momentary lapse, but there was no way Mion would let such a detectable detail slip by her. Ah.
いや、その。
Saying anything more was also a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further and into an unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me about it for a while. Yeah, it makes sense.
で、
So,
明日が暇だと何なんだよ、レナ。
何の話だっけ
it had been so long that Rena had forgotten that's how long Mion had teased me.
ケイちゃんさ、まだこのひなみ沢一人じゃ回れないでしょ。
He's been there for a month. I mean, unless he's got bad directions. Well, a sense of direction. That was true. I hate to say it, but if you blindfolded me and spun me around 3 times like we're playing pin the tail on the donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell up from down here.
そうだな。町へ行くのと学校へ行く以外はまだ自信ないな。
Interesting.
そうそうそれでね明日ねみーちゃんとレナでお散歩しながらケイチくんにひなみ沢を案内してあげようよってことになって
That would be a godsend. Frankly, I was happy about the offer. Yeah, plus it's
もちろん
2
行くでしょ?
cute girls.
暇ならな。
女の子が誘ってんじゃん。
暇ならな。
どうせ暇なんでしょ。
暇ならな。
I was being stubborn so as to not give a clear yes or no. Even though I thought it was a godsend, I'm too much of a scamp to say so up front.
ケイチくん暇じゃないのかなこの
While Mion and I had a rather sour back and forth, Rena peeked over at me hesitantly. Figuring I'd been a bit too rough on her, I just gave in.
すまん、許せ、ごめん。暇だ。
よかった。
The trepidation disappeared from Rena's face as it blossomed into a smile.
おうおう。ミオンさんとレナさんじゃ随分と温度差がありますじゃん。
Seems Mion didn't care for how rude I was to her compared to how quickly I agreed with Rena. But her being annoyed was very interesting. So I pushed Rena forward, speeding up our pace to leave Mion behind.
行こう、レナ。明日は二人っきりで出かけような。嫌味なミオンは置いてって。
ケイチくんがそれでいいなら。
案内しようって提案したのは私。しかとすんな、前原圭一。
二人きりでピクニック嬉しいな。弁当は持ってくか、レナ。
お弁当いるならレナ作っちゃおうかな。
Cute.
レナもしかとすんな。二人がラブラブだって村中に回覧板を。
Whoa. That's a bit much.
じゃあレナ
Wait,
今日は早く帰って
what?
お弁当
Who
の
got
準備
hit?
するね。明日が楽しみ。じゃあね、ケイチくんにみーちゃん。
Well,
さよなら。
that that was a bit surprising. I didn't realize someone would get hit so quickly. Was it Mion? Rena bounded off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left was me standing next to a Mion sprawled out on the ground. There was a welt on her face.
大丈夫か？
Ouch.
ミオンとレナの立ち位置2メートルは離れて。
あんたが来て以来切れ味は増す一方。おじさん身が持たないわ。
Ross, this will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour. Yep. If that happened, the results might be fatal. Yeah.
くじけるなよ、ミオン。レナのジャブを見切れるのはお前しかいない。
She's fast.
私は膝じゃないかと思ってんだけどね。
Ooh. Might have been her elbow. Elbows are pretty sharp. Could it be that we were hanging around with an unrivaled martial artist master? Maybe someday we'll see her debut in an extreme contact sport.
レナには負けられないぞ。ミオンも鍛えてリベンジだ。
ケイちゃんがしてよ。おじさんは応援してる。
Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Rena's infallible technique. Oh. Is the day coming to an end? Tips acquired. We don't have a uniform, we're mixed grade. End of chapter 1. Oh, I reached the end of chapter 1? I don't know if I have the second chapter downloaded. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Oh, for the meeting. And to top it off, that pesky mom of mine pushing a return journey errand on me just as I'm trying to leave the house. A return journey errand. Oh, like a go fetch something errand? Oof. Today was the day Rena and Mion were going to show me around Hinamizawa. What? Oh, they didn't give her her gun? Rena and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place.
ケイちゃん遅いぞ。
悪い悪い。責めるのは昨べの面白かった特番に言ってくれ。
ほう、女の子との待ち合わせに遅刻して言い訳がそれってわけ？
Just say you were late. You slept in and didn't notice the time.
みーちゃんだって今来たばかりなんだよ。
Hot young kettle black.
ゆうべの密着24時間面白かったしねえ。
And they were watching the same thing too. She was just as guilty as me. Rena was carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. What is that? Mion answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right, Rena really did make a picnic. Yep, she's very sweet.
ケイちゃん、あのあとレナ大張り切りだったらしいよ。
別に俺がけしかけたわけじゃないだろう。
そんな大変じゃなかったから気にしないでよね。
Is the star supposed to be like a flirty thing? Like what is this? Is it like
ゆ
a
うべから
hint
今
or
朝まであ
something?
のテンションらしいよ。
She's been like since last night.
責任取れんの？
Cute.
わかった。俺も男だ。責任は取る。
責任ってなんだろう。
Yeah, for what? What kind of responsibility is warranted from a lunchbox? I myself would not know. As we both turned around slowly to look at Rena, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. Didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except this was Rena we were talking about here. Yeah, it's just a lunchbox. A huge
2キロ
lunchbox.
くらいかな。
What?
レナね、荷物持つときよっこらしょって言ってた。
Oh,
5キロ。
oh, 5? You think she was lying about this? Alright.
それはオーバー。
Is she the Rena?
ケイチくん男の子だから
Oh, jeez.
きっといっぱい食べるだろうと思ってたくさんね。もう行こう。よっこらよっこ。
Oh no, not the struggle. Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only thing in there were
訂
lunchboxes.
正。俺も5キロ。
Correction, I say 5 kilos too.
手伝いはするけど全部食べるんだからね。レナを悲しませたら許さないよ。
The only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungry. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll. Carefree walk bathed in gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't have even imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies after all. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on the weekends out here. What is a desk jockey? Is that just a term for like corporate workers? It really was a nice place, peaceful and quiet. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around.
あ、こんにちは。
Ah, good day.
こんにちは。
Oh, whoa.
あら、そちらは確か前原くんだったかしら。
Wait, is this? My two companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All of these passerbyers even knew my name.
なんで俺ってこんなに有名人なんだ？
I mean, it's a small town. We passed three people, and when all three of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid.
悲しいかな。ひなみ沢は人が少ないからね。
つまりなんだ、知らない顔が歩いてればそれは自動的に新しく引っ越してきた前原さんってことになるわけか。
そういうことになるね。
That should lessen his paranoia, right? Right? It was a process of elimination you could only pull out of a place like this, but it was quite effective. From now on, I'd better make sure to maintain a good reputation. Whoa. I think my lights just flickered. The dam discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine. Oh no. In the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a leech by the next day. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with, truly. That's not the end of this nightmare.
もちろんわかるよ。最初に会ったのが牧野林店の竹蔵おじさん。
How do they make a living? Wouldn't everyone already have a bike if it was... Ooh. It's well, it probably has other uses than a bike shop, right?
趣味は盆栽と尺八なんだよ。
Or it's just that slow of a
次が
town.
乾物屋の次男の大輔くん。趣味は狙撃で、将来の夢は超 A 級スナイパーだとか。
Oh. Well, sharpshooter. That's interesting. I thought, wait, what? Don't they have like super strict gun control laws?
それで今の人は入江診療所の看護師のミオさん。
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was her voice. And the person we just met was Mio-san, the nurse from the clinic.
趣味は野鳥の観察と撮影だって。
Bird watching and photography.
すれ違った全員の名前までわかるのかよ。プロフィールまで。
Even their profiles. Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchange looks and burst into laughter.
はあね。ここいらは都会みたいにご近所付き合いが希薄じゃないからね。
試しに聞いてみよう。今ここにいる俺は誰だ？
They're gonna know who you are.
前原圭一くん。意地悪なこと言うけど、本当は優しいテレ屋さん。
転校してきてようやく3週間。
Oh, he asked them.
趣味は昼寝。
Oof.
最近トランクス派に転校
What? How does she know that?
したよね。
もういいもういい。
How did she know that?
トランクス。
それもいい。
Hinamizawa was not a place to be trifled with. Yeah, it's really not. It's really, really not.
これじゃあさ、俺のための案内ってより俺のお披露目みたいだな。
Showing off their prized pony. I don't really know what. Well, I do know what that means, but
そうだね。うちらさ、これだけ賑やかに練り歩いてたからね。みんな思うんじゃない？ケイちゃんもひなみ沢に馴染んでくれたんだって。
ひなみ沢は過疎だから。村中みんなが新しい仲間を歓迎してくれてるの。
yeah. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of "You're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who'd just moved into the city like this before? No. Not unless they were your neighbor. Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out to again by the same one.
あらこんにちは。仲良しそうでいいわね。
I wonder when I'll get to meet those new characters that I don't know about from the anime.
藤島さんちのおばさんだよ。こんにちは。
あら前原くん、両手に花でいいわね。
Very true.
どう？生活はもう慣れた？
Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an empathetic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was.
作った。
As I looked back over to Rena and Mion, they gave me a wink.
でね、
So now then.
そろそろお昼にしないかな。
Lunchtime! Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. Is it really that much food? I mean, I guess, yeah. They do get 2 extra people to help them finish it. In the anime, anyway. We both looked at each other.
俺も男だ。努力はする。だが量が多すぎる。
よしケイちゃん、ここはおじさんに任せなさい。
Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I'd expect no less from the class representative.
レナ、どうせ食べるならさ、見晴らしのいいところで食べない？
Oh, does she know? Does she know that they'll be there?
それいい。賛成。
Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. This is such a cute game, right? Nothing could possibly go bad. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. A pretty descriptive imagination. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. Wait, isn't Rika the only person who takes care of this place? Isn't that— oh wow, that's a lot of work. Or it should be anyway.
ここはね、古出神社っていうの。多分見晴らしが一番いいところかな。
ここの場所、よく覚えといてね。もうすぐここでお祭りがあるんだから。
Ah, yes, the festival.
へえ、祭りにしちゃちょっと早いシーズンだよな。
綿流しは夏祭りじゃなくてね、昔は冬の終わりを喜ぶお祭りだったらしいよ。
I was embarrassed for assuming the festivals had to be held in summer.
さて、弁当を広げてっと。
Various colored lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of the plastic sheet. How many? How many to be exact? It sure did smell delicious. Nice. That's actually kind of making me hungry. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all this? Hey, Mion, it'll take more than just a good view to get all this down, you know.
こんにちはです。
Ah, the backup arrives. They save the day. It was Rika-chan and Sadako. Why are they here? They live here. Mion grinned over at me. Yes, she knew they would be there. She knew. I see, this was her secret plan. The power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my specialty.
騒がしいから来てみれば、これは何ですの？
見りゃわかるだろ。
Take a look. It's lunch.
これからランチタイムだ。ビュッフェスタイルだ。
Buffet style.
レラの手作り弁当に舌鼓だ。
そんなの見ればわかるでございますわ。
See that much.
どうして人様の庭でご座なんか広げてますの？
神社は公共の場所だぞ。勝手に独占するな。
圭一の言う通りですよ。みんなのお庭にしますです。
Really? Is that how temples work? It's public property.
くぅ、やっぱりリカちゃんはいい子だな。
She really is?
座りな、そこ。一緒に食べよう。
After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Sadako. That's mean.
ちょっとお待ちなさいな。
No wonder they fight all the time.
私はどこに座ればいいんですの？
お前に座る場所はないし、食べる分もない。
大丈夫だよ。さとこちゃんの分もちゃんとあるから。
ない。聡子の分も俺がいただく。
There really is no wonder why they fight all the time.
そんなことは許せませんの。リカ
She says she won't allow it, but she
お箸で
goes
す。
and cries to somebody else. Both Sadako and I leapt at the boxes, having it out with each other.
いや
Is this the
は
day
や
where it starts to get like
ケイちゃん乗せるのうまいわほんと。
man, really, Kei-chan, you're really good at leading people on.
才能あるのかもしれない。
Did he eat a lot?
はいお皿。みーちゃんもリカちゃんも。
Rena whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates. Sweet.
僕たちも頑張らないとなくなってしまうです。
そうだね。よし、参戦と行くかな。
They make everything a battle?
いっぱい食べてね。ちゃんとみんなの分あるから。
There should be enough for everyone if it was 5 kilos. Rena said as she opened up a thermos. What does the thermos have in it? Tea? Soup? Just then I realized that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. That is adorable.
そのハンバーグは渡しませんわ。
Oof. That is rough. Is he smiling? Smiling in this picture?
いや、肘は反則だろ聡子。
It should be. Those are really hard.
襟首をつかむのも反則でございます。
It was a tough battle blocking with her full momentum and an elbow in the opening moves. Sadako appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand.
最後のミートボール。
Oh, no. Okay.
校長聡子、破れたり。
It's cute. Sadako and I amicably began choking at the same time, falling backwards in spasms. What? Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Are they actually choking? Seeing that made Rena blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Isn't that concerning? Like, they're choking. Mion advised Rena to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. Yeah, it's from how much it seems like that is what would be happening at this point. This is how our meals usually go. I'd do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Receiving tea from the thermos, I knew it. I let out a small sigh.
日本語ってやつはさ、どうしてこう味に対する賛辞が少ないんだろうな。
食事中の団らんって考えがそもそも近代に入ってからだからじゃない？
Wait, seriously?
昔の人は無言で食事を済ませたそうだし。
That's really sad.
作る人もちょっぴり寂しかったろうね。
I think so, Rena. I would be really
きっと
sad.
昔の人は食べるのに忙しくて味を褒める暇もなかったのですわ。
Oof. That might be the case. I mean, it was busy. I mean, it's busy now too, isn't it? That's just you.
でもね、美味しいの一言だけでも嬉しいよ。
Rena's very cute.
苦労の甲斐があったかなって。
Aw, yeah, I feel the same way. If I do something, I like compliments. She blushed a little as she said that.
美味しいです。
With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Rena directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. She must have practiced that a lot. After Rena uttered... That is such a animated sound. After Rena uttered an intelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. The cute strikes again. Oh no. Kidnapping's a crime. Oh, maybe.
本当に美味しかったですよ。
Rena flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it.
リカちゃんには褒めてもらったお礼に、じゃ
What else does she have in her arsenal?
ーん、これをサービスね。
These are special. 2 apple rabbits. Oh, cute. 2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them towards Rika-chan. Wait. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way.
なんだよ、サトコ。その挑戦的な目は。
皆さんにはレナさんのリンゴを獲得できるだけの賛辞が用意できまして。
Is it a fight to the finish?
強気じゃんよ。ボキャ品のあんたにどんな賛辞が思いつくっての？
ではご覧遊ばせ。
After Sadako flashed Mion and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly. Yeah, to a childish and cute one.
あのね、レナお姉ちゃんのお弁当、サトコも美味しかったよ。
Sadako looked up at her poutily while talking cutesy. Yep. Oh, how was that praise? There's not even persuasion by tears, that's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is Rena's limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. What is she, an owl? I'm gonna assume it just means like... Well, don't fall for it, Rena. That's suspicious. She goes, how? Just... Alright, I mean, maybe... Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Rena glomped Sadako and began rubbing her cheek against her.
かい。サトコちゃんもかいよ。お持ち帰り。はう。
Swish. Stab? Push. Sadako was also presented with apple rabbits. Okay. Oh, okay. No. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with the defiant gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair, to think she had such a trick.
悔しければレ
It
ナさん
upsets
に
you
ご
so
褒美が
much
も
why
らえ
not
るような
reward
賛
that
辞をお考
outside
え遊ばせ。
Damn it! That was a dirty trick! First of all, that wasn't even praise.
サトコ、それで
You
勝てた
think
つ
you
もりと
won
は
with that,
ね。
don't you?
あんたらの底の浅い技とはわけが違うものを見せてあげようじゃない。
それは頼もしいぜ、ミオ。
What is
そ
it?
れはどんな技なんだ？
やるのはケイちゃん。
はぁ？
Interesting.
ミッド島のあがきを。
The writing of an old maid. The plan of attack she suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Sadako. What is it? After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. Perfectly.
本当に美味しいよな。これってさ、全部手作りなのかい？
実はね、これほとんど冷凍物なの。
じゃあ、レナの手作りのってどれだい？
その恥ずかしいな。教えなきゃダメ？どうしても？
Homemade lunch. Her expression had melted into euphoria.
わかるよ。これでしょ。
That's devious. Rena turned an even deeper shade of red, the words "I can't believe it" practically written on her face.
なんでわかるかなレナの手作り
Of course, Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher.
レナの匂いがしたから。
What? I love how it just shifted everything. Rena's face still completely red, froze solid. With a small yell up, Sadako also blushed. Of course, I did too. Yeah, I mean, saying that was pretty cringe.
レナの手作
I
りの
sure would like to try one of
リンゴ
those.
のうさぎさんが食べたいな。なんて。
Or something. Even if this was all because I was competing against Sadako, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then at that moment... Oh! Okay, well at least we know someone didn't get punched. It must have been, a poof of smoke from her head. It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits. Oh! Oh, jeez.
食べてねケイチ君
That is cute.
いっぱいあるんだよね
That is very cute. This game is very... Harak, instantly dozens of apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over. This game is very, very, deceptive. Way too deceptive.
はいしてケイチ君
She's so cute. My head was forcibly laid upon her lap and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another was forced into my mouth. More and more apples.
ほうがはほほへはきごはきは
Don't speak with your mouth full, please. No one wins. No one wins in that situation.
ケイちゃん殉職見事なりどうよさとこうちらの完全勝利だね
こんなんて信じられないですの悔しくないもん
Also, can that also be... I don't think that can be counted as praise, can it? Like... All I said was that it smelled like her. I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. Oh no. That's not a good sign. At that time, Rena stopped her schooling as she suddenly realized something.
リカちゃん食べないの塩水強すぎたかなかな
Oh. Looking over, Rika-chan pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it into her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do.
うさぎさんがかわいそうです
jeez.
助けてあげてほしいです
What? Excuse me, what? Oh, cause she had a bloody nose. You know, I don't understand that stuff. That was the sound of blood splurting from Rena's nose.
かいいよ今夜こそ絶対本持ち帰り
Again, Rena, no. She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then, coming back to her senses, she took all of the apples around me, gathered them up, and whip, and fixed them back up on a plate.
これでみんな寂しくないよねこれリカちゃんにあげるね
That's cute. Rika-chan raised up Sadako's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbits shoved to her. She whispered,
僕たちが
"This
勝
is
ちました
our
です
victory." Oh, wow. They really are best friends. Best friends.
逆転負け
ほうほやわえや
Huh. Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. What the? It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly.
じゃあね、レナにケイちゃん。また明日ね。
ミオ、今日はありがとな。楽しかったぜ。
また明日ね。
Sadako and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Rena and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home. Sadako and Rika live there, so, like, they didn't walk with them at all, right?
ケイチくんも今日は付き合ってくれてありがとう。楽しかった？
ああ、
She's so cute.
楽しかった。まだ家に帰るのが惜しいくらいだぜ。
じゃあさ、ちょっとだけ寄り道してもいいかな？
寄り
Oh
道
my, a detour?
遠いのか？
Is it
ちょっ
far?
と歩くけどすぐ済むから。
The cicadas are chirping. Since we've been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Rena, I quickly nodded. Oh, that's a pretty scene right there. And that's... wait. What? Where's the junkyard? Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. I mean, there's a bunch of rocks, but oh, there it is. A large heap of garbage spread out towards the swamp. Okay, hold on. Is that another... Wouldn't that be moved to like the city or a place where they'd need it again? I don't think that's just trash. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. Cute laugh
今日
right
は久しぶりだから何かあるかな？何かあるかな？
久しぶりって、レナのようは、あのゴミの山かよ。
there. Yes, it was.
ゴミじゃないよ。
One man's garbage is another's treasure. Alright?
レナにとっては宝の山だもん。
And she really means it too. Rena had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. Surprising, since there's only really trash around, since she has to dig to find stuff. So that meant that there was something cute here.
わ
Well,
あ、
a
新
new
しい山
pile.
だ。ワクワクワクワク。
She descended the unstable slope with ease. True, in the anime she just hops around like a deer on that stuff, and it's like, whoa. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Wasn't she also in the city for a while though?
おい、待てよ。今行くから。あったたたた。
I thought she was a city girl too. I mean, I guess I'm wrong. My city-raised self was completely pitiful.
いいよ。ケイチくんはそこにいて。すぐ済むから。
It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my accompaniment.
転ぶなよ。
Don't fall.
足元に気をつけろよ。
大丈夫だよ。大丈夫。全然平気。
Literally bounding among the heaps of trash, Rena disappeared from sight. I don't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Rena around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. What? I mean, okay. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of a scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. And we're meeting another character. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air around him. Unreliable. I don't think that's a word I'd use for this man. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case.
おっと、びっくりした。
Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line.
驚いたのはこっちですよ。
Yeah, he was literally watching him, so... A bit creepy.
ごめんごめん。驚かすつもりはなかったんだ。君はひなみ沢の人かい？
I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious gaze, he introduced himself without any prompting.
僕は富武。フリーのカメラマンさ。ひなみ沢にはたまに来るんだ。
I didn't ask who you were? Wow! I didn't ask who you were.
写真ってのは被写体に断ってから撮るのが礼儀なんじゃないんすかね。
ごめんごめん。メインは野鳥の撮影でね。断った試しがないんだよ。
So, what you're saying is, I'm the same as the birds.
いやいや、
No, I don't
夕
think
闇に
you're
黄
saying
昏
that.
る少年があまりにも絵になっていたんでね。
Twilight? Isn't it just, like... Thought it was, like, not Twilight yet.
本人の許可を取らずにファインダーを覗いたことを謝るよ。
Adults are pretty slick. They have years of practice. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. Also, he's, I'm pretty sure, trained in this shit too. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. This older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on about himself.
ケイチくん、待たせてごめんね。
And she's back.
もう終わりにするから。
Does that mean she already did it? Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand.
連れがいたのかい？
So I've watched the animes, and so I'm wondering if she's already made a mistake.
お、彼女はあんなところで何をしているんだい？
That's what I wanted to know.
さあね。昔起こった殺人事件の死体でも探してるんじゃないですか？
Oop! Tomitaka-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh. I responded like I would if I were talking with Rena and the others. It was
嫌
quite
な
a
事件だったね。
distressing incident.
まだ見つかってないんだろ？
What?
ケイチくんお待たせ。待ったかな？
馬に蹴られる前に退散するかな。
I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone.
驚かせてすまなかったね、ケイイチ君。
Wait, isn't that pretty familiar? Whoa. He used his first name? Tomitaka-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit.
ケイチくん怒ってる？どうしてだろう？
It wasn't Rena's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. Are we gonna get our first thing of unease?
掘り出し物は見つかったか？
聞いて。あのね。あったの。ランディ君人形。
Ah, yes. Fried chicken. One of the best things ever. Or is it a different thing in this universe? Well, in this game.
ってあれか？ファーストフードの店の前に必ず置いてある。
Yes, it is
あ
the
の
same
等
thing.
身大人形の？
If they got rid of one, did they get a new one?
かいお持ち帰りしたい。
I couldn't tell you how she decides what's cute or not, but well, she seems to want it.
あれはゴミだろ。お持ち帰りしたきゃしてもいいんだぜ。
他の山の下敷きになってるの。簡単には掘り出せないし、あそこ明かりがないからすぐ暗くなっちゃうし。
Ah, yeah. Rena seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back.
俺も手伝ってやるよ。今日のうまかった弁当の恩返しってことでさ。
ありがとう。
Why did some of the things leave her eyes just there? Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would be soon upon us.
ケイチくんが手伝ってくれる。ランディ君をお持ち帰りできる。
What is with the stars? Rena staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state.
なあレナ、あそこで昔なんかあったのか？
I don't want to be scared, but I'm probably gonna be a little bit creeped out.
ダムの工事をやってたんだってね。詳しく知らないけど。
例えばさ、工事中になんかあったとか、事故とか。
Oh, oh,
知らない。
I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. In the anime when this happened, I was super freaked out. I was like, what? I was like, no? What do you mean? It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck when I quickly lightened her expression.
実はね、去年までよそに住んでたの。
レナも転校生だったのか？俺はてっきり。
だからね、それ以前のことはよく知らないの。ごめんね。
What is the star? What does it mean? Is it just... Is it be cute? Don't really know, don't want to talk about it was what the kind of feeling she gave me. I mean, it's a pretty grim subject to talk about. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. I mean, some people actually do. It's crazy the amount of girls that I see that, like, listen to true crime. It's like, whoa. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. If it's just like Tomitaka-san said, then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. The day is coming to an end. Manor? Manor? What do you... Their house? Or... End of chapter. What do you mean? Oh, okay, so these all have... Okay, so these have chapters. But I think I'm gonna end it here so that I can figure out what's gonna happen with my mic, because I don't know if you guys can hear me that well. And I would like to be able to be heard, because I do want to share the experience that I'm having, which is the whole reason why I'm streaming it. Because if I wasn't gonna stream it, I would have started playing this at the beginning of the year. So I've wanted to play it for quite some time. I'll be streaming the game some more, but probably after I fix my mic, because I don't I don't like the fact that nobody can really hear me. Had a lot of fun playing the game today. I will resume when I have time again, and I will post. I can't post again in the Reddit because I think that's going to be spamming, but I will post on Twitter and Instagram. Hopefully on Instagram. I don't know if they're going to flag my thing yet. I'll be checking on it after the stream ends. Alright, if you guys can hear me, bye-bye. I'll be figuring out my mic situation. So, I hope that it's better next time. Well, it will be better next time because I'll figure it out. So, bye.